Hello everyone, it's Mee-Hall. I'm back. I wasn't able to do any shows for you for the last while because I had no one to write scripts for me. Sure, I'm useless at writing my own scripts and speeches. I normally get someone in the Dáil to do it, but they're useless as well. They have no sense of humour. Sure, the only one I can trust to write my scripts for me is the Irish Megaphone because that's the only time I actually tell the truth. But then he went away in his camper van and I haven't seen him for ages, and I'd no one to write scripts for me. I was raging. He's back now, though. So, you're all very welcome to Season 2 of Mee-Hall. So let's just get straight into it. I was listening to that fella, Christian Morris, on Odyssey. You know, the fella who sues everyone and is always shouting and being annoyed at people. He was talking about me. And he called me a wet rag and said I wasn't very polite. Sure, I'm very polite. Didn't I give everyone loads of money when I locked everyone down? And haven't I promised you all free electricity for the winter? Sure, I couldn't do that if I wasn't polite. I was raging at that. I'll have to get on to my solicitor. Sure, I have a great solicitor. His name is Terry Gorry. You'd see him there on YouTube. Sure, he's like my own Johnny Cochran. You know Johnny Cochran, the fella who got O.J. Simpson off the hook. Oh, anytime I have a problem there on Twitter, sure I call Terry Gorry. He always sorts it out for me. Anyway, back to that fella, Christian Morris, up there in wherever he is, down in that posh area by the sea. Sure, he's always on about his solar panels, and I'd be listening to there, and I was thinking, sure, maybe I should get some solar panels myself for the power cuts. But he's always on about his solar panels, and he's always on about how organised he is, and for the coming collapse. And then I was listening to him there yesterday, and he called me an insect. He called me an insect and a traitor. Oh, I was raging about that. I wasn't happy about that at all. I think I'm going to have to sue him. Oh, we're going to sue Christian Morris. And we're going to sue him for all his solar panels. And then, sure, I'll be able to give you all even more free electricity. Won't that be great? We'll see who's a wet rag and an insect then, won't we? Are you all enjoying my sanctions? Aren't they great? Sure, won't it force us all to go to renewables? And sure, isn't that what Ursula said in Brussels anyway? That was the purpose of it. Oh, I'm very worried about the weather. I'll have to crank up the wind turbines. And also, you know what? I was thinking, there's too many people in the world. Except Ireland, of course, where we have too many Irish. I'll have to do something about that. And I was thinking, sure, couldn't we replace all the Irish with Ukrainians? Sure, that'd be great. And sure, we can move all the Irish out. The Irish can sleep on the streets. Sure, it might do them the world of good. It'll toughen them up a bit. They've gone a bit soft. Now, I got word there that myself and 50 of my lackeys, we've all been sanctioned by the Russians. We're not allowed to go to Russia anymore on holiday. Oh, I was raging about that. Sure, I thought I was the only one who could do sanctions. I've never been sanctioned in my life. But the upside is that I'll get lots of Twitter likes for being sanctioned. No, I was listening to that mad one, Gemma there recently. And she said that I was involved in dark crimes. Sure, the only dark things I'm involved in is the coming power cuts. Sure, didn't I organise all them? And sure, won't it be great for the environment because we'll all be using candles? I don't know what she was on about. I think she's gone a bit off her game. I'd say it's the noise from all those black helicopters that fly around over her house morning, noon and night watching what she's up to. I'd say that's what it is. And then in her videos she's on about the Jews this and the Jews that and the Jews control this and the Jews control the other thing. It's all a bit mad, really, isn't it? I don't know what to make of her. Maybe I should get her on for an interview when I do my TV show. Do you remember I told you about that? Mee-Hall's Pictorial Weekly, Weakly. Anyway, we'll see. So friends, it's time for me to wrap it up. And in the next episode, I'll bring you all the latest news and be telling you about my recent trip to Egypt. So, from me, Mee-Hall, Your favourite Taoiseach ever. See you all soon. Kiss, kiss. Mee-Hall is a traitor, he's such a traitor. And let me tell you that anyone who's still on YouTube or Twitter is not a real patriot like me. They're controlled opposition.